The Warrior Ethos is broken down into 3 parts. Part 1 is titled Academies of War. In this episode, we're going to break down Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So if you're ready, let's get started. Welcome to the Lit Channel, where we're always learning interesting things. Chapter 1, titled Tough Mothers, tells a few stories that give great insight into the mentality and viewpoints of the mothers in the Spartan society and how they influenced the warrior Spartan culture that we study to this day. Pressfield begins the chapter by telling 3 stories of Spartan mothers and the ways they responded to the news of their sons in battle based upon the Spartan culture in their time. In the first story, a messenger returns from battle to deliver news to a woman about her 2 sons. He informs her that her first son perished in battle while facing the enemy, to which she responds, "He is my son." The messenger then tells her that her second son is alive and unhurt after fleeing from the enemy, to which she says, "He is not my son." The second story describes a messenger returning home from battle to inform a mother that her 5 sons have perished in battle. Before the messenger can tell her the fate of her sons, she asks about Sparta's well-being. The messenger informs her of her losses, and she says that she did not ask about her sons, but if Sparta was victorious. The messenger tells her that Sparta was victorious, to which she responds, "Then I am happy." The third story Pressfield references involves 2 Spartan brothers fleeing from battle. When their mother sees them running toward her, she lifts her skirt above her waist and yells, "Where do you 2 think you're running? Back here from whence you came?" In Spartan times, it was shameful to be labeled a coward. Conversely, it was looked upon very highly for an individual to demonstrate courage and honor. Their version of the warrior ethos was a main staple of their culture that helped to maintain and preserve the war-hardened Spartan mentality that we continue to study and admire to this day. The most famous Spartan story about a Spartan mother that Pressfield references involves a Spartan mother handing her son his shield. As she hands him the shield, she is said to have told him, "Come back with this or on it." Pressfield explains that this story encapsulates the warrior culture and the warrior ethos. Another story that Pressfield tells explains the mentality of how mothers in Sparta influenced the upholding of warrior ethos. Pressfield states that a Spartan colonel in his 50s was accused of accepting bribes while commanding overseas. After hearing about the accusations, his mother wrote him a letter stating, "Either quit your thieving or quit your breathing." The warrior ethos, according to Pressfield, embodies certain virtues, including courage, honor, loyalty, integrity, selflessness, and others, that most warrior societies believe must be taught from birth. It's said that when the baby boys were born in Sparta, they underwent physical examination for hardiness. If the boy was judged unfit, he'd be taken to a mountain overlooking the city and left for the wolves. Mothers in Sparta were one of the main reasons that Sparta was such a successful warrior culture. A mother had the power to be the rock of a family and the example for all of the Spartan women to follow to ensure the Spartan legacy. According to Pressfield, regarding the practice of examining the baby boys, we have no reports of a mother weeping or protesting. Chapter 2, titled Women First, discusses the importance of women in the Spartan culture and society. Similar to how recruiters today are selective of their recruits for the military, Pressfield discusses how Leonidas, the Spartan made famous in the movie 300, selected the Spartans that he fought with at Thermopylae by using specific criteria to select the Spartans that he chose. Leonidas did not choose the Spartans based upon their proficiency as warriors, their reputations, or their willingness to fight to the very end. Spartans were trained from a young age to believe that paying the ultimate sacrifice was, in their eyes, the greatest honor as a warrior. He picked them instead for the courage of their women. He chose these specific warriors for the strength of their wives and mothers to bear up under their loss. Leonidas knew that he could not win the Battle of Thermopylae. He also knew that later battles would be fought by warriors still learning and being trained to fight the Spartan way. And he knew that he had to find a way to continue inspiring later generations of Spartan warriors. To Leonidas, it was clear that if Sparta fell, all of Greece would fall, and that in future decisive hours, Sparta would look to the strength of their wives, mothers, sisters, and daughters of the fallen warriors to carry on the Spartan legacy. As he explains in the book, just as the lioness is the hunter and the alpha female may help defend the wolf pack, strong women are important. Pressfield explains that the warrior ethos is not solely reliant upon masculine dominance or strict male aggression, but that the warrior ethos rests on the will and resolve of the mothers and wives and daughters to defend their children, their home soil, and the values of their culture. If you stayed through the entire video, thank you. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel to get notifications about upcoming future episodes. I hope you have a great day, and remember, let's always continue learning interesting things.